Hello. So today I thought we'd have a little bit of a play again with some rusting powder, PaperArtsy rusting powder. It just comes in this little bottle. I've punched a hole in the top, taken the seal out, and then I just put one of these little push pins in just to stop it from escaping. I've done a very similar technique before with another style of heart. This was the rusty heart we did before, well, one of the rusty hearts, but somebody asked me how I'd done the wire heart and the papers that resulted, so I'll just get you, where are we? Sorry, ferreting about. I can't find the rusty heart ones that I've done. They should be just in front of me, but I can't find them. Ah, yes, here we are. This is one of the middle layers. Again, another one. This was the very top layer, which looks very messy, but then when you put that on, it gives it a bit of, well, you can identify what the shape is. But we've got this lovely texture where everything's spread out. So as I say, we need the rusting powder. We need a little bottle of white vinegar. This is just household vinegar. I'll show you the bottle. Distilled white vinegar, 5%. It comes in this sort of container, but I just decant some into here because I find it more manageable. This was I got it from the chemist. It's one of those little travel things for putting shampoo and things like that in when you're travelling, so you don't take big bottles with you. It comes with a little flip top, and I find that I can sort of partly close it and get just a few drips at a time, which is ideal. So we've got the vinegar, we've got some kitchen roll paper. It's just this, it's just household kitchen paper that's on a roll that you use in obviously the kitchen or wherever. I've got, this is 2-ply, and I've got 3 sheets there. I've got another 3 sheets at the side. This is our metal heart that we made, and this is made out of galvanised wire from the garden centre. It was, I don't know, a couple of £2 for the whole reel. It has started to go rusty because I've had it quite a few years, because I don't use a vast amount at a time when I use it. So we've got some of that, and our heart is made very easily from that. I shape the shape I want. This, in this case, a heart with a couple of goes round with the wire, and then once I've done that, I tend to start at the point. Then I just go round and round and round with the wire. This sort of gathers the 2 strips together, but it also gives more texture. It's quite a long process, so I didn't think I'd complete the heart while you're watching because you'd get very bored, but you get the idea. You keep going round and round till you get lots and lots of layers, and it gives it a lot more strength, but it gives it more texture, as you can see. So I'll finish that one later. I've actually done a ring as well. I was testing out whether white vinegar or lemon juice would be better for the rusting powder and how it would work. Long story short, I prefer the vinegar. The lemon juice didn't react as well. The kitchen paper roll stuck together more. It didn't come apart as easily, and it almost left like a sticky residue, and it gave sort of almost a yellowy tinge to the paper, and we didn't get the lovely effects that we get with the vinegar. If you can't stand the smell of the vinegar, do this outside on a sunny day and leave it outside. I would recommend always using the rusting powder and vinegar in a well ventilated room. This is a big room, and we've got the window open at the end, so it's not a problem, but always use it in a well ventilated area. And I would say probably wear gloves. I don't, and I've not had a problem, but I don't have significant skin problems. So anyway, back to what we're doing. We've got our heart, which we've created out of the galvanised wire, or just the metal wire actually. Floristry wire would do the same. I'm going to pop it onto my kitchen roll. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of vinegar on it to get it started, to make it a little bit, so it's got a little bit of vinegar on there. Then I'm going to take my rusting powder and I'm just going to go on top of the heart. I'm trying to go just where the heart is, not everywhere. Might be that we have to go over in some areas. That's it. So we've been round a couple of times. You can see the vinegar's starting to spread out. I'm then going to put my second layer of paper on the top, press it down, and sprinkle vinegar on. Now at this stage I can't see where the heart is until I've got a significant amount of vinegar on the kitchen roll. Then you can see where the heart is. So press it down quite firmly around the heart, in the centre and round the edges, like that. I'm going to put quite a lot of vinegar on it because I'm going to leave this overnight to soak. Right, and then because we can see where the heart is, then I'm going to go over the top again with more rusting powder. You'll get a very randomic effect because it'll hit where the metal is and travel down the valleys and the hills and the valleys, as it were, of where the metal is. You can do less rusting powder if you want, but this rusting powder I've been using a lot, and I've probably got half of it still left, and it's not an expensive thing. I've got a little couple of smudges. I don't mind those. And then I'm going to go over the top again with the vinegar. Now you'll notice that the rusting powder is moving. I don't mind. It's an imperfect science. You get a different effect each time. And where the rusting powder moves, you get some of the nicest effects. I'm going to go around the outside as well, because this helps all the lovely effects that you get, because the vinegar encourages the rust to spread and develop, but also you get all sorts of other nice little effects. That's it. I think they might leave it at that. Just got one little area there where it hasn't spread out, so I'm just going to put a little bit more rusting powder. That's it. So you can see it's spread around, and that will cause really nice effects. I've got it in this plastic tray because then I can move it about. If I wanted now and it was a nice sunny day, I could take that outside and just leave it, as long as it was not going to blow away. That gets rid of the smell. I'm sort of used to vinegar. I do a lot of chutney making, and that has a very vinegary smell, so I don't mind. So we'll leave this overnight, and then we'll come back tomorrow and see what we've got. We'll have a couple of, well, 6 different layers to have a look at. So hopefully it'll be as nice as the original. Right, so we're back. This has been left overnight. Now it's still not quite dry because I did put a lot of vinegar on it. But we'll open it up and do the reveal, and then I'll leave it to dry properly. So this is the top surface. We've got lots of nice crusty rusted metal going on. I'll take the top 3 sheets of paper off. Oh no, that must leave another one. Ah, that's it. Right. So that's a lovely one. You can see the shape of the heart. It's got some spreading of the rusting powder and a nice rusty colour, but it's defined. I really like that. That's nice. And if I wanted to put, let me just peel this off. This is our metal heart, and it'll rust more that it's got some air to it. If I wanted to do a piece and stitch that onto there, that would look fab because it would give it more definition. The alternative would be to adhere this to a substrate and then just highlight with a gold or silver pen the heart shape, just to give it a bit more definition. So that was the top 3 layers. The rusty heart, I'll just set to a side, and then we've got the bottom layers. Let's see what the bottom one looks like. I'm being very careful because it's still wet. Opens this way. So we've got that one. We've got the very faint one, which is the middle, and then we've got this one. So that's the 3 bottom layers. Put that over there, and I'll very gently see if I can open these 3 layers up. Sometimes they stick and sometimes they rip, which I don't always mind because it gives you more of a distressed look. As you can see, you've got to be very careful, but if you do it gradually, you can usually manage. I'm doing it in the plastic tray as well because I'm collecting the little rusty bits that are coming off. Because there will be some little bits of the metal from the top sheet that will come off. Yes, that's just tearing a little bit. If you're very, very gentle, you can do it. You can usually tell where the tears are and manage to work around them. So that's the top layer, the middle layer, which is really nice as well, and then we'll do the last layer. There we are. So we've got another 3 layers of things to play with. Doesn't mean to say you have to keep them in the heart. You can dry these completely and just use part of them. Sort of this little bit ripped out and put on, or this bit. It's just up to you how you want to use them. And do remember as well that we've got, this is not always the easiest bit, each layer, each sheet has got 2 layers. So you've got yet another one. The easiest way to show you is you've got the front and then you've got the underneath layer. So out of 3 sheets you'll get 6 layers. So all in all, for this one I'll have 12 sheets of tissue, which isn't bad going for just a little bit of rusting powder and vinegar. That's it. Quite good, it's perforated. So we've got that one. We've got the reverse. I think that's where it's ripped a bit. Yeah, that's where it's ripped a bit, but I don't mind that. So we've got that one. Take this off its sheet. That one, which is wonderful. I think that's the top side. And it's all these lovely little bits of texture where the vinegar and the metal has just reacted and spread that I love. Might be better if I put it on a sheet of white paper. Might be able to see it a little better. There we are. So that's the... Must admit, I do like it when the metal heart is on top. That gives it a really good sense of definition. It's 2 layers. I could keep going and separate all of these, but I don't want to bore you too much. But you get the general idea. And then there's these as well, which aren't as dramatic, but sometimes they don't need to be. And as I say, they aren't quite dry, but we're getting there. There. And these 2. Oops. So that's the big reveal. I'll put that on there with our rusty heart on. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you buy some of the rusting powder and give it a go, because it really is wonderful stuff. I'll just show you the bottle again. It's PaperArtsy rusting powder. In the UK I buy mine from Stampers Grove. It's just a family firm in Scotland. They are exceptionally good. They're very quick at posting. They're very good at communicating if there's anything that's out of stock that they have a problem with. They communicate immediately. They are a very, very good firm. I've never had a problem with any of the orders with them. I would recommend them wholeheartedly. So there we are. Thank you for watching.